So I'm really excited to show Motor Media the first AI automation that we've created. And I really think that this will help not only your business, but also can help clients under you and help different customers with what they're trying to achieve with their marketing goals. So essentially, the first automation that we built is what we call a social media content generator. And I know there's a lot of stigma between AI posting and determining like what is human posted and what is AI posted, and how a lot of people just don't trust AI postings and they kind of turn their head when they see that. Well, this is not that. This is something to help bridge that gap and essentially is really a platform or really a system that will allow you to add human intervention and will allow you to manage all of your social media platforms and have content generated in which you can curate, you can add to, and it really just gives you a baseline or a starting point to have hundreds and hundreds of different creative concepts that you can pick and choose from, approve, and then essentially post all through one automated system. And I'm really excited. I'm going to show you in this demo how that works. But essentially first, where we're starting off with is a program called Airtable. And what Airtable is we would actually set your company up with a Airtable account. Or again, if you'd like to leverage this for clients, we would help you set this up for your clients. But essentially, it's a very upgraded version of Excel. It's got a lot more features than Excel, and it's a way that you could build databases, tables, UIs, just within this page here. So it's very user-friendly. And starting off, I've already built the database for Motor Media. But I'm going to go through and show you exactly how these tables populate, what these fields do, what they mean. So we're going to move to the next part of the automation here. All right, so step one of the automation, and the first piece that we did is we connected APIs for a site called RSS. And essentially what RSS is, it's a site that will pull articles live from the web. And what's really cool about it is you can actually find specific niches based on what you do and generate and create your own kind of curated news feed essentially for these different articles. So for Motor Media, obviously your niche is social media marketing. So I'm going to generate a news feed or a bundle of articles related to social media marketing. And then it just essentially it creates a feed of all these different social media articles that are popular, what's come out, and it could be a variety of different things. And you can even filter down these feeds to include or exclude certain websites or articles. If there's specific criteria that you do or do not want in your feed, you can apply those filters. So if you don't want images, if you don't want duplicate descriptions, you could whitelist certain sites. So you can really, really fine tune your feed to only get things that are related to you. And the reason I mention this is that this is the first step of curating and creating an automated system for social media for your company or for any other niche. So as you can imagine, for social media marketing, this essentially will give you ideas of things to post. And we have hooked this up to our social media generator. So essentially our automation will run, it will look specifically at all these different various articles, and I lost them, but let me generate the articles again. And then it will give you ideas of what to post, and it will give you content of what to post. In a second, I'll show you, it will even give you very, very fine-tuned images along with these posts. And you can choose to accept those images and have them post along with the content, or you can add your own images. But again, it's all automated and it's all in one specific location, making it very easy for you to do this. So that's the concept of RSS, and that really is the first input to this automation and what gives you the first piece of content. Now, you may ask, well, what if I want to post my own things? 100% you can. RSS, again, is just a way to supplement what you're already doing. But there is a way also to add your own content to this automation, which I'll show you how to do that later on in the video. All right, so step two of the automation, we're actually going to trigger the AI automation. And this, I know there's lots on this page here, but this is essentially the magic. This is the bread and butter of your system and what tools are used to generate very curated posts and posts that, quite frankly, do not look like AI whatsoever. So you can see here our trigger is that RSS application that I just discussed. We have a whole lot of transformation going on that basically takes things like the HTML from those articles and parses it into English so that tools like Perplexity AI, ChatGPT can actually take that data and summarize it in an effective way. And if you don't know what Perplexity AI is, it's very similar to ChatGPT, but it takes more recent online data. As we know, one of the limitations of ChatGPT is sometimes it cannot look at the scores of a basketball game from yesterday night. There are some limitations with recent data. So Perplexity AI kind of bridges that gap. And really pairing the two of these together, along with several other ChatGPT functions, gives you very, very high quality posts. And all of these ChatGPT assistants are powered by 4o. So we have the highest and best detailed AI into this flow and into this automation. And I won't walk through exactly step by step in detail what every single one of these modules are doing, but I want to actually explain that in the UI, in the actual scenario. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to kick this off and let this run so that you can see the magic of what this is doing. Essentially, it's passing data through all these various platforms. It's running different prompts. And one thing I will mention is that these prompts have been highly, highly engineered. These prompts are not just simple one-liner phrases asking ChatGPT to do something. These prompts are essentially 3 pages of curated content and text saying, you are a social media marketing expert, please obey these guidelines. And it gives a very strict set of guidelines that makes posts seem less AI-based and more human-like. And it actually will learn as the automations continue to run. We actually have autonomous learning built into these agents. So that is one very unique piece here. But we're going to let these run and kick these off here. And in a second, we'll show you actually what populated in the Airtable. All right, so quick and easy, the magic has happened and the AI automation has run and completed. And we can now see in our UI here that we have 4 new rows populated after running our automation. So I'm going to go ahead and click into the first row here. And we can see here right off the bat, we have an article summary that we can just quickly read that summarizes the first pull from our AI automation. So interestingly enough, it looks like this is a AI-based article. But we can see here, AI supports social media marketing by generating post ideas, writing copy, creating images, enabling marketers to focus on strategy. However, it raises concerns about authenticity, privacy, misinformation, and requires human oversight for quality compliance. And all that's a very, very valid article there. And it's funny that that's actually the article that we've summarized here. But that's exactly what this automation is doing, is it's pulling again from that RSS feed that I showed you and giving you ideas of what are potentially beneficial posts. You can see here it has a platform field, and I forgot to mention that we have all sorts of different platforms. So these could post to Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and every single one of these summaries are different and curated or based on that platform. So we can see here that the content for, let's say, Facebook is going to be different than Twitter. And Twitter, we can see, is most likely a much smaller content or text or copy. So I'm going to click back into the fields here. We can see it gives us the article URL, so you can go and reference the original article. We can see that here that there's a key points location. So it actually will paraphrase key points and give you the tag, or essentially the where the source, where this is from. So this came from a 2024 article, 2023 article. So it kind of does a lot of the research already for you. We have a status field, which I'm going to touch on in a second, but for now I'll give you a sneak peek. But essentially what the status field is going to do is, if we don't like the post at all, we never want to see this in our social media atmosphere or environment, you can, boom, just decline it. However, in a second, what I'm going to show you is if you love it, if you think it's ready to go, boom, we can approve this, and this will shoot straight to our social media platforms. Next, we actually have the AI content. So this is the post content. And as you can see here, it is a fairly well written piece of copy or piece of text. Um, Embracing AI can revolutionize social media marketing by generating post ideas, writing copy, freeing up time for strategic tasks, et cetera, et cetera. So, I mean, it really is a relatively good piece of text. And what's amazing here with this automation is at any point in time, you can make edits or changes, right? So you could add, let's say, I don't like this paragraph here. I can take that out and boom, it just shortens the post. And again, you can add that human element that this actual article is talking about. You can edit things, you can curate things, you can change different words, vocabulary. So this is not entirely AI. It gives you that human element and allows you to add your own personal touch, but it gets you started on your journey. And then the last field I'll talk about, and in my opinion, which is the most cool field and one of the most cool pieces of this automation, is the image that it provides us. So this actually is an extremely hard piece of this automation, as for those of you who may have heard of DALL-E or Midjourney, AI images are extremely hard to create, and it's hard to create good, high-quality images. However, we have scoured the web and done hours and hours of research to find the highest quality content for you with the highest quality prompt engineering to give you exactly a niche specific image. So you have it plopped right here in this image URL field, and I'm actually going to click onto this, and we can see here that this gives you 4 distinct pictures that have to do with your niche. So I mean, these are amazing pictures. Quite honestly, I really can't tell that these are AI generated. And as you can see here, there's 4 of them. And in a second, the next part of this automation, I'm going to show you how to select an image and choose what image you want to post. All right, so here we are. We are currently looking at 4 beautiful images that could be used for our social media post. But now we have the important task of deciding which one we'd like to select for the post. Now, Midjourney has a lot of cool functionality, but one of the best pieces I like about Midjourney is you can select any 4 of these individual pictures, or if you don't like it, you can select something called Reroll and get a brand new set of 4 images. So essentially, you have an endless scroll of AI images that you can continually run through until you find the perfect image you like. And I'm actually going to demonstrate that today with your automation that I've built in your demo. So let's say just for the sake of this demo, you don't like any of these. Even though I personally really like a lot of these images here, I think that one's a really good one. Let's say I just want to get a brand new set of 4 different pictures. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to our Airtable automation. We can see here we were looking at our Facebook row here, and you're going to scroll all the way over to image URL and then image status. And in this image status, you'll see 5 options. You'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, and 4 all correlate to a specific image that was in that link. But I'm not going to select any of those images. I am just going to completely re-roll this. And currently we have our AI automation, and I'll flash it really quick. We have an AI automation set up to look at every single one of those fields so that when this runs, it will generate a complete new set of 4 pictures, and then it will provide a new image URL link for you to determine what 4 you like. So I'll show you that in just a second. All right, so I just kicked off the make automation. It ran, the automation took the image status field, it looked at the last modified date and time, and it essentially created a brand new URL link, which we're going to click into right now. So we're going to click into our summary page, going to scroll all the way down to our image URL, and we're going to select the new set of images. And as you can see here, not much different, but we do have some different genders here. I think there was a female originally in this picture. Slightly different. I mean, this is a very, very messy backboard. That looks like my current office, actually. But yeah, I mean, you could just see the capabilities of this. You really, at your fingertips, have an endless supply of very well done, immersive pictures that can be used for your marketing efforts. Okay. So, you could literally sit here and re-roll until you find the perfect, pristine picture that you want. And we're actually currently looking at adding functionality to edit or add additional details to your prompt, but that will probably come in later iterations. But for now, let's go ahead and select the picture that we want to post. So let's see. I'm just going to select one. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. We're actually just going to select this first one. Let's go back over to our social media generator. And I now am going to select, instead of reroll, we're going to select one. And let that save. And then we're going to go ahead and kick off the same exact automation. And it should formulate and create a URL only with that specific picture. All right, so the automation has run again. Let's click back into our summary page, go down to image URL, select our image URL, and boom. You can see that it now has selected our primary picture. We have our picture. We're ready to go. We're ready to post this to our social media. So to do that, let's go back to our social media generator, Airtable. And the next field that we're actually going to touch is just our overall status field. So this is that very important field. When you approve this, this is what essentially will post it to Facebook through automation. Now, I just want to be very clear before I do select approve and post, all of these fields are editable. Again, just like the text and the content, you can input your own image. So let's say you have your own asset and you really want to use the social media generator as a area or hub to store your social media, you can do that, right? All you have to do is create a URL for your image, which there are plenty of easy softwares to do that, and then input that image URL and it will still auto post that image. So this isn't just only using AI pictures. You can also use your own content. But what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and improve this, and that will kick off our automation to send to Facebook. And here in a second, I'm going to show you my test Facebook page, and we'll show you the post. All right, guys, and I just wanted to show you the magic. Currently, we have our next and final AI automation running. We have this specifically set up to connect to Airtable and connect to Facebook, and this automation is created for all of our platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. We can see that it did just finish. We got a success here, and now let's run over to Facebook and take a look at what posted. All right, here we are on my beautiful Facebook page, and we can see our AI automated social media content. So just like that, I mean, think about it. This could literally take you 5 minutes a week just browsing and editing, making adjustments to any of your social media that you'd like. But yeah, you can just see how powerful this is and how you can really supplement your already organic social media with this automated engine. And again, this could be good for your company, Motor Media, or you could offer this to specific clients and let them leverage this for a monthly price, or leverage this as a tool in your package. So I think there's a lot of use cases here for your company, and yeah, I really think this is a great tool.